I was with the 28th Infantry Division, and we were in the front lines from St. Lo until the war was over. I joined the Kentucky National Guard when I was 16, and we were called into federal service when I turned 18 on Christmas Eve, and we were called into service for 1 year. It turned out to be 5 years. But people who are born to freedom, we don't really realize what it would be like without the freedom that we enjoy today. I think this country is, of course, it was based on freedom, and I think that always our people will be willing to fight for the freedom that we have. I'm 87 years old now, and I'd still do it if it was required, yes. No question about it. I love my country with all my heart. It's given me everything that I could ever have desired or asked for. And it's still the greatest country in the world. No question in my mind.
I've been a Christian since early in 1950, and that's the year I hit Korea. And overall, I pulled 6 tours in Korea. I was there just after the war started, and I was there when the truce was signed in '53. The things that I remember, it was the coldest I've ever been in my life. Snow was sometime waist deep, and we didn't have winter gear. The colder we got, it was 30 and 40 below zero, and we was fighting the North Koreans and Chinese. And it was so hard. I was only 19 years old. What bothered me more than anything else, because of the cold, and a lot of soldiers literally froze to death. But I did the best I could to be a good soldier. And I know it's hard, but for America, which was founded on God's holy word, I would do it again. But at my age, at 79, they wouldn't take me back. But I did serve 21 years with a callback year in the military.
Vietnam was a trying experience for a young man. I think I was 19 when I went to Vietnam. You know, and I didn't know anything about the war. I didn't know anything about the country. I didn't know the country was split. You know, half was communism and half was, you know, a free country, or trying to remain free. You know, but I found out real quick that was our job, was to maintain the freedom, and give South Vietnam the freedom that we have here in America. I had a couple of close calls in Vietnam, you know, and I know that God was there. I know he took care of me. I know that he had plans for me, and he still has plans for me. You just have to trust the Lord. We came in, we left Vietnam, you know, we had to wear civilian clothes. There was a long time, you know, that I didn't talk about Vietnam, and most veterans didn't at that time. I'm proud to say I'm an American, and I'm very proud to say I'm a Vietnam veteran. And I feel for all young men and women today that's in the military. But it's one of those things that we as Americans are obligated to do, and we have to do. You know, that's how we maintain our freedom. You know, someone once said that freedom is not free, and that's so very true. You know, you have to fight for what you believe in, and you have to defend it.
Nobody's guaranteed tomorrow. A lot of folks in Vietnam that didn't come back, I knew a lot of them. We weren't very well honored at that point in time because it was not a popular war. The whole essence of Veterans Day is to honor those that have served, whether it's in combat or in peacetime, or whether they're on the front lines or whether they were back in some relatively safe environment in the headquarters or whatever it might be. But everybody that's in the military has got to be prepared to defend our freedoms, and we're a very blessed nation. Freedom is certainly worth fighting for, absolutely, because we are so blessed to have what we have.
At the Infantry Museum out at Fort Benning, a young girl who was 11 years old was going through the last 100 yards, and there's a lot of interaction in there. There's some conversation, there's some things that are said, and she got down on her knees and started wailing. And so they went in to see what was wrong with her. They thought maybe she was sick, and she said, "No, I'm not sick." She said, "I'm devastated because I see that these men had fought and died for me to have freedom. And she said, I never understood that before. I love my country, and I think that when I was in Vietnam, I felt like I was serving it, and I was helping the people of Vietnam to be free also. We need more patriotism. We need to understand what our flag stands for, what our forefathers did for us, and we need to follow what the Constitution says and do what it says.
I joined the military because I want to do some different, fight for freedoms, protect my country. There are a lot of veterans, a lot of people in the military that have sacrificed their lives in harm's way, for something that they believed in, and that, this country, our rules and our laws and the way that we live, I mean, that's sacred, and we definitely have to protect that. This country is so great because of the people that support it, but at the same time, it's up to us to make sure that we keep those freedoms. If I ever had the opportunity to help, a younger soldier out, or just even another soldier, period, I would definitely tell them that, and this is always on my mind every day, is you really, nothing's in your hand. You have really no control. God is always in control. We're setting up our children's future.
I'm so glad that I've had the opportunity of doing, and I'm so grateful to all the men that gave their life, that were with me, and I never will forget them.
Let us give thanks to those who risked their lives. Let us never forget those who gave their lives. May God bless our valiant military forces and their families, and let us all remember them in our prayers.